fucking gobshite phone. Yeah, I had too much memory used up, so I had to delete some of the vlogs that I didn't delete, so it's not really my phone's fault. So you're probably going to see this in 2 parts, if I can't somehow magic to merge the 2 clips together. But yeah, so it would have been Hop City this weekend, so that's why I'm cracking open this bad boy. Not that I was going, because I think at the time that tickets were released, my money was spoken for or going elsewhere, and that's one thing that I've noticed about this. And my brother was like, I've got nearly like £1,000 saved up since this all started, and I'm like, fucking hell, Peter, why aren't I doing that? I'm just flouncing me money everywhere. And I've seen new clothes that I want to buy as well, so it's like, fucking hell, I need to be a bit more sensible with my money during this situation. It's the perfect time, you know, if you're still able to work, to put a little bit of money away after like your bills and expenses and stuff. But yeah, it just seems to go really quick. It's because of this. But yeah, which I'm coming towards the end of my little stash anyway, so there might be another beer haul this week or next week. Probably this week. But yeah, I should be putting stuff away. So I don't know if I've mentioned this in any of the previous vlogs, but this was the year that I was gonna treat myself to a little trip to like Naples or Sicily or something like that, a place where I've wanted to go for years, because of, you know, like Italian films that I absolutely love and adore. Of course, it all kicks off, and Italy's one of the worst places where this is being affected, which, at the end of the day, you could still visit Italy a few years down the line. You know, it's fucking sad, man. It really is sad. But we are getting a bit of good news with some I don't know what the word is, but some papers that have been published of trials that they've been doing in places like Germany, searching for antibodies and stuff, and which I actually think that I have had this. And it would be nice to know that I was one of the people who had potentially some sort of vulnerability to it, because that would be a weight off my mind, because if I get it, I'm going to be fine. Do you know what I mean? I've really got no underlying health issues except for an unhealthy diet and asthma that I grew out of. But it's just like, you know, living with someone who is who would be classed as vulnerable, and you know, my nan as well, and then you've got my mum who's a nurse who's on the front line anyway and exposed to this stuff. It'd just be nice to know that. And I don't care about, you know, being able to go to different places. That's the thing that is really kind of worrying me, is when they do eventually lift this lockdown, we're going to react as a society in such a stupid, backwards way, and just en masse go to pubs, bars, restaurants, flood city centres, local country parks and things like that. So I hope when they do sort of like lessen the severity of the quarantine, they do it in a sensible way, because we're not going to react in a sensible way. We're showing that on a daily basis. People still having fucking house parties and crowding up their local parks and stuff, and it's just like, oh, come on, don't be a prick. That's all you need to do. You just be selfish in a way that we can all do stuff we used to do. Be selfish in that way, but don't be a selfish prick and just, you know, do that. But at the same time, I'm not going to demonise people, right? Because people are fed up. They really, really are. They've got families and kids who are fed up. So part of me think I can't blame them for thinking it's not a lovely day. Let's go outside. So as much as I cement that notion that you should be as sensible at all, I still think you're a bit of a prick if you do that, but I'm not going to hold it against you personally if you have been one of those people who have, you know, met up with friends, gone round to someone's house with a few other people. It's just human nature, really, isn't it? Anyway, so yeah, going to be cooking a gammon tonight, as I said earlier on in the previous video, which I've got some ideas for that. But the barbecue yesterday was quite good, although it was mainly like processed stuff and sausages that we'd bought some from that butcher, and I did marinate some chicken in different flavours, and I did experiment with wood chips to add a smokiness to it, but you didn't really get much. I don't think I did it all that well, to be honest. What I did was, is it cherry wood? Now, we've had this bag of cherry wood chips for absolutely ages, so I'm not too sure if that had a part in it, but I marinated it in some soaked it in some JB whiskey, and I used a lot of my last bottle of the Fuller's Black Cab Stout, which, by the way, the chips smell gorgeous, but I probably should have just left them. I should have done it the night before or the day before, because it didn't really impart any flavour to the stuff. Now, if I'd have maybe done a steak or something like that, I'd probably get a little bit more character, or I was probably a bit too, using it a bit too sparingly. I should have been a bit more, but at the same time, not all my family is into that sort of stuff. Do you know what I mean? So it would have been selfish if I'd have completely overrode a barbecue, just my own personal tastes. But yeah, so that's it really. It's been a really nice weekend so far, and tomorrow is Easter Sunday. We've run out of beer, so I'm not sure if any shops will be open, but I might have to do another run of beer for everyone else. I've still got beer to drink, but a lot of it's like sours, stouts. I've really got no IPAs left, and so I'm covered when it comes to beer because I've got a nice little surplus. But at the same time, do I really want to crack open some of these beers when it's piping hot outside? So yeah, I'll probably take a walk somewhere, just see what shops are open. Hopefully I don't get stopped by the police, because I'm terrible in situations like that. I fucking panicked when I didn't have my ID on me a few days ago, so what the fuck am I going to be like when a police person does actually stop me? But yeah, bird song, can't complain. The odd car sound. It's just got a really gorgeous atmosphere tonight, and I hope you guys who are able to take advantage of this in the comfort of your own garden and stuff are doing that. And if if this is the perfect time to go for an evening walk. So if you've got the ability to do it, then now's the perfect time. It really, really is. But again, don't be selfish, don't be stupid. Use this and you'll be fine. I think if we'd have used this a lot earlier, then we'd be in a much better situation. I mean, look at Taiwan. They instantly, and this is like mid-January, put these precautions and procedures in place. And yeah, it's just common sense went out the window. Doesn't help that the World Health Organization is such an incompetent and overly funded organization. I think one of the good things that's going to come out of this is, and again, I don't wish Boris Johnson any ill will. I hope he makes a speedy and full recovery, but I hope this makes him realise just what not only his Tory governments over the past few years, but also the Labour governments have caused with the NHS, where doctors and nurses aren't allowed to speak out about the lack of PPE. Do you know what I mean? And like the World Health Organization just flip flopping, not really giving us really good advice at all. So hopefully and that's one of the very few times I will ever agree with Donald Trump, is they fucked up. So why should we be funding them as much as we should do? Do you know what I mean? Useless. Absolutely. Just incompetence across the board, really. And do you know who are going to suffer the most? Frontline workers. Because a lot of these people who are dying, bus drivers, nurses, doctors, carers, quite a few of these people don't have any health problems to begin with, and just dropping like flies, and their crime, doing their job and not being paid anywhere near enough that they should do. So I hope Boris Johnson goes against what he did, disagreeing with giving nurses a pay rise, and hopefully he and his government reconsiders their view and gives the NHS the appreciation, the funding that they deserve, and get rid of the fucking business people involved in it. It's so annoying that a lot of the people on the boards in a lot of NHS trusts are people who are from industries and businesses that have nothing to do with healthcare. And there's got to be a lot of jobs for the boys, friend of a friend stuff going on. So I think there's been quite a big wake up call. And we just need to have a rethink, a fresh state of mind. It's getting really dark on camera. So yeah, this is technically part 2 of the vlog. If I can't splice it together, I'm just going to upload them one after another, but links to both Beermoth and all the breweries in this beer are going to be in the description as well. Anyway, yeah, Saturday. Hope you all had a lovely day, or as lovely as you could have under the circumstances, and I hope it's an even brighter tomorrow for you all as well. You all take care, you all stay safe, and hopefully you'll join me for another vlog. See you guys later.